March 11, 2026, notice of this meeting has been duly advertised in compliance with the Open Public Meeting Law. Please be advised that this meeting is being audio recorded for possible data playback. Everyone, please rise to the flag. United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
No, the chico did this year.
Thank you. Okay, clerk, roll call, please.
Councilman Dixon. Here. Councilman Jackson.
Here.
Councilwoman Hess. Here. Councilman Dorsey.
Here.
Councilwoman Patton.
Here.
Council President Randolph Shirley.
Here.
Mayor Rich.
Here. With that, we're going to do our proclamation. Council President.
Here. So we have both of the pastors, and so we're looking for. She's not here. Is she Betty Clark? Is she here tonight? No, okay. Pastor Leslie Harrison and Reverend Jermaine Harrington and Pastor Cedric Gomes.
Reverend Harrison is not.
Okay, all right. So we wanted to mention them. We didn't want to forget them, right? So if you guys want to hold this for me here, I'm actually going to read it from something else. Okay, you guys can open it up if you want to. But before I start, I want to begin by saying that on Sunday we celebrated Pastor Holmes' 29th year of pastoring. Both churches are located in Lindenwold, and I'm fortunate enough that they're on my side of town, right off of Holland, so it's very convenient. I encourage you guys, if you're looking for a church home or want to visit, maybe your church is going out of town or something, and you want to visit another church, to check out either one of these churches. But today we're recognizing, we're going to do what my grandmother would call some feet washing today. Today we're going to celebrate these two churches, and really, it got on my radar just recently about what they do every Thanksgiving for our senior community. And so because of that, I felt it was necessary, A, to make everyone aware of it, and to celebrate you guys. We're doing something from the heart. You know, and we know that the good word says that, you know, we don't have to make a big spectacular thing about what we do for people. We're really not supposed to do that. We're supposed to do it. And the one that needs to see it sees it, right? And so, and then he brings it to the attention of the people that need it, that they need to be brought to. So I thank you guys for humbly serving our community, for serving Thanksgiving dinners since 2017, 2018. To the Lindenwold Towers, the Linden Lake Senior Facility, and Wooster's Senior Building. And this is one Thanksgiving. They're not dropping the meals off the night before. They're not giving them something that's prepackaged. These are home cooked, my sister says, delicious meals that you guys are serving people that may not have a family to go to, may not be able to fix the meal themselves. So we just want to, as a borough, and Mayor Richard Roach, we just wanted to thank, and our council, our entire council, we want to thank you guys for this. We're going to read the proclamation. They're exactly identical. So it says, whereas Pastor Cedric Holmes Sr. of White Oak Baptist Church envisioned a ministry in 2017 to service senior citizens and those less fortunate in our Lindenwold community. And whereas in 2018, members of White Oak Baptist Church began preparing and delivering 50 to 60 homemade Thanksgiving meals to the residents of Lindenwold Towers. Whereas the outreach expanded in 2019 to the residents of Linden Lake Senior Community and grew through the partnership of St. Mark's AME Church in Lindenwold. Pastor Holmes initially reached out to Reverend Betty Clark, who retired in 2023, was later replaced by Dr. Reverend Leslie Harrison, who retired in 2024, and now is led by Reverend Jermaine Harrington, to participate along with the volunteers of the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority, Inc., in serving these meals. Whereas in 2021, the ministry expanded to include the residents of Wooster Senior Towers of Flemington. Whereas by 2024, the effort had grown to deliver approximately 200 Thanksgiving meals, and additional meals were distributed to the unhoused and others that are in need. Whereas the generosity, compassion, dedication demonstrated through this ministry exemplifies the true spirit of service, community, partnership, and care for others. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that on this day, March 11, 2026, Mayor Richard Roach and the entire Borough Council extend their heartfelt gratitude and appreciation to Pastor Cedric B. Holmes Sr. of White Oak Baptist Church and Reverend Jermaine Harrington of St. Mark's AME Church, along with their congregation and the volunteers, for their unwavering commitment to serving senior citizens and those in need. We recognize the sacrifice of preparing and delivering these meals on Thanksgiving Day and the immeasurable blessing it brings to our senior community and all those less fortunate. It is actions like this that strengthen the spirit of compassion, unity, and service within the community. So thank you very much. Thank you.
I'd like to thank Council President Sharp for bringing this to our attention, so we give him back. So thank you.
And if Pastor Cedric would like to say something. Yeah.
I'd like to acknowledge both our church we actually stand White Oak and St. Mark. Because we could not live without the and then getting the food out there to those who are in need. God bless you.
Thank you. You guys want to yeah, if you guys want to do some pictures or something for a few minutes, you're welcome to do that. Here, I'm going to do one. Somebody take a picture of me. I don't have my phone, so take a picture of me. Yeah, your thing. All right. Answer. Man of God here. All right, thank you guys. Thank you everyone for attending. There, yeah.
Nobody has. I'm right here.
All right. Thank you guys.
Motion for payment of bills.
I make the motion that the bills have been properly honored and signed, be approved for payment.
And second, please. Any questions?
Councilman Dixon? Yes. Councilman Jackson?
Yes.
Councilman Hess?
Yes.
Councilman Morrissey?
Yes.
Councilman Patton?
Yes.
Council President Randolph?
Yes.
Approval of minutes for January 7th, 2026 and February 11th, 2026.
Make a motion for the approval of minutes for January and February.
And second, please.
Second.
Any questions?
Councilman Dixon?
Yes.
Councilman Jackson?
Yes.
Councilman Hess? Yes. Councilman Morrissey?
Yes.
Councilman Patton?
Yes.
Council President Randolph?
Yes.
Following reports of the following are available in our respective offices for review and will be included in minutes. Tax collections report for February, construction report for February, engineers report for March, treasurer's report for February, and police chief's report for February. Next up, ordinance 2026:5, first reading ordinance amending the code of Borough of Lindenwold at chapter 26045, sewage, use.
I make a motion for ordinance 2026-5, amending the sewer schedule for rates, be adopted as read on first reading, published according to law, and posted at the Borough Hall, with the next reading at second reading being held at our next regular schedule.
And second, please.
Second.
Any questions?
Councilman Dixon? Yes. Councilman Jackson?
Yes.
Councilman West? Yes. Councilman Dorsey?
Yes.
Councilman Patton?
Yes.
Council President Randolph.
Yes.
Second reading, ordinance 2026-3. This ordinance amends the code of the Borough of Lindenwold, Chapter 150 fees for the land use board procedures. Entertain a motion, please. Second reading. Oh, sorry, wait. Open the meeting to the public for any questions or comments regarding ordinance 2026:3, the fee schedule. Seeing none, close the meeting to the public and entertain a motion.
Make a motion for second reading of ordinance 2026-3 be adopted on second reading and published according to law.
And second reading.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Dixon? Yes. Councilman Jackson?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hess?
Yes.
Councilman Morrissey?
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton?
Yes.
Council President Randolph.
Yes.
Second reading, ordinance 2026:4. The ordinance amends code of the Borough of Lindenwold, Chapter 150-31B, fee schedule for park and recreation and peak usage fees. At this time, I'd like to open the meeting to the public for any questions or comments regarding ordinance 2026:4. Yes, ma'am.
I printed out the agenda. Where are those fees located at? I see the engineering fees.
What's your next one?
Are they in this agenda?
It's in the body of the ordinance itself, so it's on the website.
But it's not printed out in the agenda.
No. You see it full, break out again. Yeah. Any other questions? Seeing none, close the meeting to the public and entertain a motion.
Make a motion for second reading of 2026-4 be adopted on second reading and published according to law.
And second reading.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Dixon?
Yes.
Councilman Jackson?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hess? Yes. Councilman Morrissey?
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton?
Yes.
Council President Randolph.
Yes.
Next, consent agenda. The items listed below consider routine of the Borough of Lindenwold and will be acted upon in one motion. There will be no formal discussions of these items. If discussion is desired, this item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered separately. Entertain a motion for resolution 2026-79 through 2026-88.
Make a motion for resolution consent agenda items 2026-79 through 2026-88.
And second.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Dixon?
Yes.
Councilman Jackson?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hess?
Yes.
Councilman Morrissey?
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton?
Yes.
Council President Randolph.
Yes.
It's time to open the meeting to council. Councilman Morris.
Thank you, Mayor. The fire commission report, chief's report, there were 81 calls for service, which included a little bit of everything from alarms, apartments, brush building, carbon monoxide, car fire, a whole bunch of things. They also crews answered calls during the recent snowstorms that we had. And also helped after that to dig out fire hydrants as best as possible. As far as the vehicles go, the squirt remains out of service. It's waiting for parts to come in. Parts are ordered, and it's supposed to be delivered sometime this month. The squad is waiting for bumper repair. The parts have been received. I'm not going to send it in for actual service until the squirt comes back. The tower picked up a bolt in the tire. The tire was repaired. The engine has no issues. There was a lot of mandatory hands-on training that was held, as well as online mandatory training is ongoing. There were 17 inspections completed, 12 re-inspections, 6 smoke and carbon monoxide inspections. And if any resident is in need of a smoke alarm, the fire commission officer will install free of charge for you. We also have autism awareness stickers and pet finder stickers available to place on your door. And if you have any questions about that, 856-346-0935. That's all I have. Thank you, Mayor.
Councilwoman Hess.
Thank you, Mayor. Lindenwold Public Works. Tons of trash collected 653, tons of cycling collected 74, resident assistance, full bags collected 91, scrap metal picked up 5, concrete picked up 0, stumps 0, property maintenance 0, number of accidents 0, number of injuries 1, service calls 21, stoppages 13, main stoppages 1, emergency calls 11, markouts 5, pump station repairs 4, trouble areas jetted 1, pump stations after 1. For Laurel Springs, there were 0 service calls, 0 stoppages, 0 main stoppages, 0 emergency, 0 markouts. And green trash can lids, that started being picked up again in January. So any of your grass clippings, your anything you have those green, and they pick them up on Monday. And every area is on Mondays for green cans. For our Lindenwold Police Department, we have total call service 1,577, traffic accidents 50, community policing 43, traffic enforcement stops 80, criminal complaints issued by officers 63, traffic summons issued by officers 167, criminal complaints issued by citizens 18, traffic summons issued by citizens 0, borough investigations 54. Also, the police department is, for marked, is considered buzz driving is drunk driving. So, as part of the initiative, the police officers will be out targeting, especially if St. Patty's Day coming up. So, be prepared and don't drink and drive. There's always a ride. And the police are now taking applications for entry-level law enforcement. Applications are until March 31st. They're looking for a couple of hires for our police officers. Effective January 19th, 2026, new laws were passed regarding these e-bikes. There's a lot. Operators must be at least 15 years old. Registration with motor vehicle, liability insurance, and a driver's license, special license for 15 and 16-year-olds. Compliance is required by July 19th. July 19th, 2026, yes, that's when everything will start cracking down, hopefully, on all these e-bikes and these kids with no helmets and driving crazy on the roads, cutting people off. We all know it. Helmet will be required. Riders have until July 19th, 2026 to register and insure their bikes. On sale, and that's just restrictions. Online sales of high-powered e-bikes are prohibited for 1 year, and modification kits to increase speeds are illegal. All e-bikes, including low speed, are treated as motorized bikes. So, gotta get them taken care of. Or, well, my grandson has one. He's only 11, so he's not even really riding his no more. So I'm right there with everybody and his mother.
Is that for the scooters too, or is it just for like?
I think it's just the e-bikes.
Yeah, it's just the
For
e-bikes.
now, anyway, e-bikes.
Um,
And they won't be on the sidewalks anymore, right?
not allowed unless you're legitimate, like, be ready. For our library, we've had 23 new members, computer usage 115. There was 5 children that signed up and 18 adults. On Friday, actually, March 13th, from 10 to 2 at our library, New Jersey American Water and New Jersey Share will be hosting a utility assistance program. Bring a copy of your most recent bill, any disconnection notices, a photo, form of identification, proof of enrollment in other assistance programs, financial documents, or income verifications. That's at the library this Friday from 10 to 2. Go out and see what anybody can get any help with any of their bills.
That was on Friday.
That's this Friday, 13th. I think that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Council President.
All right, I got quite a few, so. My report from the Code Enforcement Office for the month of February is 212 CO inspections, 0 smoke inspections, 47 violations, 34 violations written, 61 abatements, 19 tickets written, 0 Zoom tickets through the court, 0 tickets court in person, 0 pleas by mail, 113 yearly rental inspections, 37 yearly rental re-inspections, 0 vehicles tagged and removed or towed, 0 illegal clothes bins tagged and removed, 0 trailers tagged and removed, 5 foreclosures, 0 sites found working with no permits, 0 businesses found open that never applied for a mercantile license, 0 businesses open without approvals, 0 dumpsters on the street without approvals, 0 opening permits for street curbs and aprons, and 188 resident communications. I just want to go over a few things.
Just in February.
That'd be very much.
But I know
And
this.
that's a short month.
I know there's like 6 cars.
What she may have been before she prepared the report. February, we had some of the council members, we went over to the school for their Black History Month program. It was a very nice program. They even used the soul food provided on Bertha's from Lindenwold. If you ever had the food, you should try it. There was a program about storytelling and everything else. It was really a nice program that they put on at the school for Black History Month. This month is also Women's Month. And on March 8th was the International Women's Month, but the month of March is the actual month of Women's Month. And so I was doing a little bit of looking around, and I came up with the proclamation that each president has signed since 1987, recognizing Women's Month. And so I thought, you know what? So that's what I'm going to do. So it says, whereas American women of every race, class, and ethnic background have historic contributions to the growth and strength of our nation and countless reported and unreported ways. Whereas American women have played and continue to play a critical economic, cultural, and social role in every sphere of life of this nation by consulting a significant portion of the labor force, work inside and outside of the home. Whereas American women have played a unique role throughout the history of the nation by providing the majority of the volunteer labor force in this nation. Whereas American women were particularly important in the establishment of early charitable, philanthropic, and cultural institutions in our nation. Whereas American women of every race, class, ethnic background served as early leaders in the forefront of every major progressive social change movement. Whereas American women have served our country courageously in the military. Whereas American women have been leaders not only in securing their own rights of suffrage and equal opportunity, but also in abolitionist movement, emancipation movement, industrial labor movement, the civil rights movement, and other movements, especially the peace movement, which creates a more fair and just society for all. Whereas, despite these contributions, the role of American women in history has been constantly overlooked and undervalued in literature, teaching, and the study of American history. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Senate and House of Representatives of the United States of America and Congress assembled that March is designated as Women's History Month. The President has authorized and requested to issue a proclamation each March calling upon the people of the United States to observe March as Women's History Month with the appropriate programs, ceremonies, and activities. This resolution was initially passed in 1987 and has been signed every year thereafter. So I thought, wasn't that good? Yeah, I thought that was really good. So here to the ladies, to the women, you know, we need it. So a couple of things. She talked to you about the energy program. There's also the state of New Jersey has an energy assistance program. It's called the Universal Service Fund and Weatherization Assistance. There's an application here for it. I'll leave these up here, but also our library and our borough clerk have copies as well. So if you know someone that needs their home, maybe they want to convert from oil to gas or, you know, windows, stripping, whatever, you might want to take a look at this, okay? It's also prom season. So the county has said yes to the prom dress. They're having a prom giveaway on March 26th, 25th, 26th, and 27th from 3 to 7 at the Camden County Boathouse. You do have to make an appointment to go. So if you know a young lady, besides prom dress, I don't know what they're doing for the men, you might want to call them. But if you know a young lady, you know, and she is in need of a dress and the accessories to go with it, you might want to share that as well. Churches, please share this with your congregation. Also, I know a lot of people call about getting IDs. Some people don't meet the motor vehicle standard of getting an ID. The Camden County Sheriff's Department is offering IDs to Camden County residents on Tuesdays from 9 to 1 at the Hall of Justice. There are 3 levels of ID. Level 1 is a low barrier ID. This is usually used for people that are just coming back into the community, right? So this is a great way for them to start to build their ID. Level 2 is a little bit better than a level 1, but it's not considered primary ID, it would be considered to be secondary ID. Level 3 is a 6-point ID, which will get you right up there with your driver's license. Both the library and the clerk have these applications as well, but it is on Tuesdays only at the Hall of Justice from 9 to 1. So if you know anyone that's looking for an ID. Ms. Randolph from the VOA has shared with me that there is currently a wait list for applications for the Lindenwold Towers. So if you know anyone that's 62 years old, for a single person, your income cannot exceed $41,800, and for 2 people, $47,800. And the rent is calculated on 30% of your adjusted income. So if you know someone that is looking for, especially a senior, an affordable place to live, you can call VOA. Can they come over as well? Or you can visit the VOA on Emerson Avenue to put in that application. Okay, that's that. And then, so there's a healing. It's called Healing Together. It's a community support group because no one heals alone. This is open in Collinswood, and if you know someone that's suffering through grief loss, emotional distress, impacted by substance use, navigating conflict, relation issues, anxiety, depression, PTSD, and other mental issues, recovering from trauma, social skills, self-esteem, I guess a little bit of anything else, you can reach out to this Genesis Counseling Center, which is available in Collinswood. So you guys are welcome to go there as well. And finally, Mayor, because the Mayor's looking at me like, will you shut up, please? And then I brought some things for you on this. No, but shut up. You're right. So if anybody knows, these are something that we give out in our office for important papers. You can keep your deed information in here, your will information, whatever. It's a good way to communicate with someone. If you're your executor or something, you're going to look for this thing that says important papers in my closet or wherever it is that you're keeping it. So these are free to you guys. You guys are welcome to take one when you leave. Okay? And that's it. That's it with me, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. In honor of Women's History Month, I do want to say this. I dedicate this to all women, and it's entitled, You Are Enough. You are enough. You are smart enough. You are good enough. You are strong enough. You are beautiful enough. You are kind enough. You are brave enough. You are more than enough. And you always will be. So that's where I'm heading. Okay, Lindenwold High School is sponsoring an information night for the class of 2030. The date is March 19, 2026, 6 p.m. at Lindenwold High School. Okay. There is a preschool lottery between March 2nd and March 27th at 4 p.m. This is a full-time preschool for Lindenwold residents. The child must be 3 or 4 by October 1st. The wait list will open as soon as the lottery closes. If you're interested, you can call 856-783-1499, or you can email pre-registration@lindenwoldk12.us. Lindenwold High School is having a 5K 1-mile run walk. The date is March 28, 2026 at 9 a.m. The event helps sponsor scholarships for our graduating seniors. For further information, contact the high school. Lindenwold High School is sponsoring a musical, Chicago. Cost for students and seniors is $8. Other adults will be $13. The date is March 26th and 27th at 7 p.m. and March 28th, 2 shows, 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. Parks and Recreation. Lindenwold Park officially opens up baseball season on April 1st. Lindenwold football begins April 1st. Lindenwold High School has already started baseball practice at the park. Volunteers are needed for coaching Lindenwold's baseball and football teams. You must be able to pass a background check. It costs you $26 to coach, and it is good for 3 years. That's all I have here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. God bless Lindenwold. This month, I have one on-site library visit at the Camden County Historic Library, where I joined the Camden County Historic Society, and I'm encouraging the community to join as well. We conducted 3 community history readings. I received 1 interest in committee formation. I received 2 historic document submissions. We have 1 project development, which is a historic calendar. I received 1 history interview. And if you would like to be interviewed or see any of the artifacts of Lindenwold history and anything else, please call me at 856-573-8222. The event of the month is Flora's Footsteps at Indian Hill Tavern in Madison, New Jersey. This is going to be a panel discussion about Flora, a formerly enslaved woman who was made free and happy and her family. This will be March 21st at 2 p.m. at Indian Hill Tavern. At Hatfield's Indian King Tavern at 233 Kings Highway. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everyone. First, the Camden County Board of Commissioners presents their Just for Seniors programs. They are running a variety of programs involving sports, mind and body, dance, art and rec. Some of the things they have are like golf lessons, billiards and bowling, senior chair yoga, tai chi. They're having a senior dance, senior prize bingo, and senior paint parties. These are a variety of activities and different dates and times and locations. So I have information. All of these flyers have a QR code. If anybody's interested, you can come up and scan the QR code and get that information. Also, I've been in coordination with TD Bank and the FBI to set up training classes for seniors. We're going to go to the 3 senior facilities out there in the next few weeks. And they're basically like an hour and a half seminars. They're pretty interactive. So I encourage any seniors that are part of any of our 3 senior living facilities to attend. And I will also make sure that they come to our senior congregate as well. Okay? And last but not least, we have our Lindenwold annual Easter egg hunt in Lindenwold Park. That will be April 4th, 11 to 1, for ages 2 to 12. Please no teenagers.
And the little tiny babies.
Yeah. If they can't walk, it's 2 to 12 is the age group. We'll have music and
10, but what is this?
2 to 10. 2 to 10. At night?
No, the age group.
Oh, 2 to 10 age group. No. Yeah, we'll get that changed. It was definitely 12. And that's it. That's all I have.
Thank you. This is the only green I had for St. Patty's Day, so if you're Irish, happy St. Patty's Day. Okay, with that, I'm going to open the meeting to the public. Anyone in the public wishing to speak, please come to the microphone. State your name and address for the record. And don't forget to sign in.
Diane Terry, 637 Fifth Avenue. Mayor, this is the 3rd month that I'm gonna be asking this. Where are we with animal control if we're paying for services that we're not getting? And I don't think it's right that we keep paying them, they're not doing their job.
Mr. Chair, I have not been able to coordinate the meetings with animal control. I'm working on that.
So, but why do we continue to pay them?
We have to get the contract.
I know, that's what I'm saying, they're not doing it. Normally, you have a contract, you don't do your job, you can force the contract.
Well, I know that, yes, so we're required to pay them, but we are scheduling, meetings just trying to coordinate, that's all.
It's not fair to the residents. I mean, I'm out doing their job, because people are calling me to help their animals. I don't get paid. The funds are in my own pocket. I'm using my trash or whatever. I don't think it's right.
Thank you. Anyone else in the public wishing to speak? Yes, sir.
Cancel contract.
Good evening. I'm Evangelist Samuel A. Jones Jr., St. Mark Anglican Church, 929 Walnut Avenue, Lindenwold. Been a member there all my 78, almost 79 years. And I'm coming on behalf of our church because I've been working on trying to get a road sign with pointed directions to the location of our church beyond Linden Avenue. Working on it quite some time. In fact, I think Councilman Morris gave me a phone number, but I'm kind of at a standstill because the Works Department is telling me that I have two locations that I'd like to have a sign at. And one is right here, Linden Avenue, Berlin Road, and the other is right out here on White Horse Pike. And I'm trying to figure what is the process, do we have to commit, is there a cost? It would just be a regular sign that says St. Mark Anglican Church within an hour, pointing right down Linden Avenue, and also one down.
We're out on the White Horse Pike.
Now,
Yes,
before you get
White Horse and
to White Horse Pike, you have to contact the state first. You can't do anything on the pike without contacting the state. As far as the other sign, I believe if you get the sign, I can have them put it up for you.
So we have that sign made.
Yeah, they're not that expensive. You can get them on Amazon, anything you want.
A metal sign,
Yeah.
a metal sign.
Yeah,
With the post that it attaches to, it goes into the ground.
I'll check on the post and stuff, but I think I can get it.
So you said that would be at Linden and Berlin? Berlin.
Other people, the other sites that you've seen up, they usually bring the sign and we usually take care of it, make sure it's installed properly.
So get the sign made and then contact
Yeah, that's fine.
you. Contact.
We're doing it. She's here every day, I'm not.
Okay.
I feel like I am, but.
We'll give you her number after the contract.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, good evening. My name is Roxanne Berger, and I live at 811 Myrtle Avenue. I have a little list, probably take like a little 5 minutes. You think I really need that?
We need to get some.
Oh, okay. I want to give a shout out to our Public Works Department for the excellent job they did for the snow. I don't know. I heard people complaining, and I'm not quite sure why they were complaining. I do know that in our complex, they came around at least 2 times. So thank you to our Public Works workers, even though we have an issue with their policy of bulk trash. That's another day of time. I'm also interested in, there's a huge pothole at Gibbsboro and Carlton that's right underneath the bridge. Do we own that road? Like, is that county? Okay.
So when you're on there, tell them about Park Avenue too. There's second
Well,
floor.
all Park Avenue is county too? Oh, I'm gonna call. Because
566-2980.
Park Avenue. The other thing I wanted just to address is, we have had a problem with our streetlights. Dawn is aware, has reached out to Atlantic City Electric. We now have 3 streetlights on Myrtle Avenue that are now out or have issues with. And I really feel it's a safety issue. It's very, very dark. I tried to light up my own property, but it's just, it's very dark.
When did you call the?
I called 3 years ago.
She's, oh, really? 3 years? 3 years. It took them 3 months to come to my neighborhood, but 3 years is
They
crazy.
came out, and then I haven't seen them since. And now there are 2 other lights that, at the opposite end of the street. that-
Do you have the phone numbers for them?
Not for those 2, but I will work on it.
So it's not the walls, it's something else wrong with them, I would
It's,
assume.
the one that's across from me is, they were out in the back in that public area, and that's around that box. And then they left, and I hadn't seen hide nor hair of them since. So my question is, I like the old-fashioned streetlights that we had. I don't know why they changed them. I wasn't involved with coming to the
Energy efficient.
energy efficient is working because they're not. So, I just wanted that on the record. I will call Dawn and numbers to follow up, but, I really would like to know if we have some other type of intervention with that, like, they're useless, they're worthless, and it was, too late now to worry about the money that we put out, but if they're not working, they're not providing, they're not.
If you can get the numbers on the polls, maybe we can reach out to Norcross's office or somebody and ask them, can they contact somebody?
Because
over
we
there,
reached
you know?
out to the government
Yes.
reps, quite a bit. So.
Yeah, but that's not working. She's already done that.
She's reported
Yeah.
it.
It shows that it was pending, and now it's nothing, because you can go on the website. and see the poll.
Yeah,
Mr. Berger, just give me the phone number.
yeah.
Okay, all right, thank you. With the e-bikes, did you say that the little scooters and what's those little things they have, it looks like a skateboard with a stick?
That's not included in that, just the bikes.
I literally almost ran over a kid, because he was more when I laying down. And when I say going fast, it was like, it's a hazard. Will they grandfather those in, or?
They're working on those first, because those are really bad. The e-bikes are bad. I mean, and usually you're on the sidewalk, you're going 35 miles per hour, or running in between the streets and between cars and stuff, so, yeah.
Okay, and then,
Yeah,
earlier,
there you
you
go.
mentioned,
Give us this full scoop. E-bikes and the scooters. It's not the scooters, it's just the e-bikes?
It's the e-bikes, yeah, the ones that go like 25 or more.
It's not the scooter though that they stand on.
Not yet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, not yet.
Thank
and do you have the right to stop them and ticket them? Or,
The e-bikes,
yes,
yeah, I mean,
what's
if
that?
they're being reckless or something like that, it draws attention to, yeah, you can stop them just like any pedestrian stop.
Okay.
And then if they don't have the credentials that they need now, then we can check it before.
And now I just want to, all my issues have been talked about, but just from a personal standpoint, I was raised in Lindenwold. My grandmother had her home off of Washington. My family's been a part of St. Mark's and White Baptist. And I was very troubled by the things that have happened the last month. And what was troubling is that the hate and the anger that was spewed and how they talked about our town. That was very hurtful too. Online. And I know we have a lot of Facebook war.
I don't do Facebook. Listen, that's the only way I'm gonna stay safe, is to stay off Facebook and Facebook.
But it's bigger than Facebook. We made the national news.
Well, that was outside of that.
Yes, we made the national news, and it was very upsetting to me how people talked about our towns. I raised 4 beautiful, God-fearing children who are productive citizens in Lindenwold.
My son got a scholarship to the Naval Academy. He is now a colonel in the Marines. I have another daughter that's working on her doctorate. I have two other children that serve the public. And I'm going to say this, and maybe I don't have a right, but this is how I feel. I was a little disappointed in our council that I felt like no one stuck up for Lindenwold.
I'm not on Facebook. And
No, I'm not
Yeah.
talking, it was bigger than Facebook, it was on the news.
I was here at the protest. Yeah, we were here.
I understand that. What I'm saying is, I didn't hear a peep, and it wasn't even addressed on our website. I just felt like, and this is me, not be the only one, I just felt like our little town was drowning and not portrayed in the best light, and no one stuck up.
A lot of those posts you saw and read,
What's
they
the
were all,
this is what I'm trying
I'm
to
just
say.
saying that there's a lot of things out there that were said about Lindenwold, and when you read it, it's all for people who lived here in the past.
And didn't live here.
And so, yeah, and people that didn't live here, you're absolutely correct.
And you're not gonna win with
People in our town have changed drastically.
I happily forced to move back because I wanted to live here.
But a lot of people are trolling on those sites, you know, they're trying to serve, there's no benefit to getting into someone behind a keyboard and being thugs. There's no benefit to that at all. And my grandmother used to say, you don't argue with stupid. Okay, so if that's their opinion that they want to have, you're not going to change their mind because their minds don't want to be changed about Lindenwold.
I know,
You
but
know?
I just kind of felt.
It's hurtful, I get it.
wanted just somebody to just stand up.
All you say.
My wife-
Oh, I wrote my thing.
My wife's
And that's why I came to the public and said, Lindenwold is a great place. It's what you put into it. And I really got excited when I saw all these people there. I was like, oh my God, you know, people are coming out. But I just want to encourage those that are here now, and you are residents, please come out and be active in the community. It's really important. Okay?
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Alfonso Penn. That's Martin. I just had a couple questions, three specifically. To begin, I want to know when work will continue on cleaning up 211 Cypress. I saw and I appreciate that a lot of bamboo was cleaned up, as well as the property line harbor. Also, if there was any updates on the engineering study that needs to be done at 104 Holland. I'm not sure anyone's been out there. It's a real problem. And also, will the borough commit tonight to securing all of our borough properties? Those are my three questions.
Anybody want to answer?
What means securing? What do you mean securing?
I guess you haven't been by the windows wide open on the down room, the back.
Okay, well, I don't know, security can be used in a lot of different ways. I just wanted to know what you meant physically securing the property. Okay, so just want clarity. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Anyone else from the public wish to speak?
No, they don't listen.
No,
It's okay.
3 months trying to get out of control.
First of all, you need a sign right where the code is not to have you meet because people turn there real fast and sometimes when you come out of the highway, you move so
All
fast.
over the United States, they're going to those apartments, and being fair, all those kids hit the way they turn around off the United States into Pearland. I've seen several people, we can't even cross the street at certain times. Is it possible to get like a slow down sign or something? I've seen the little, like, signs they have, slow down on certain streets.
So are you coming off the pipe when you,
Off the
so off the pipe, and where's Proland at?
Come on, 96 Avenue going into Crowley, which is on the right, like from the bridge.
Right,
On 96 Avenue, you make a right turn.
down into that little, down into
Where
that
the
development,
apartment
yeah,
goes,
down in
yes,
here, okay.
yes.
And they're coming out of those apartments, out the back of the apartments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's a lot, yeah,
That's a nice neighborhood back here.
yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
If you could, just send an email to the public.
Okay.
And with your request and the exact location, if you can take a picture of it, you can email it to us. And I'll go to the squad there and review it and see if it's possible.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, number two, possibly we put a trash can, we put one out.
We're constantly, getting trash, picking it up, but we see the cesspools at different areas by the, Paulson Street. We're wondering if we could get a cesspool on our corner.
That's a very easy possibility. Ms. Hess?
And one other thing, with our church, right up Baptist Church,
One second, so you want a trash can on?
on Crowland and right on the corner where the stop sign is.
United
United
States.
States.
Or in the United States, okay.
And also, our church, White Oak Baptist Church, we did have signs pointing to our church on Gisborough Road, but it just seemed like they disappeared. We had signs.
They took them down when they
We're gonna check into that.
You're saying some construction out here?
Yeah.
On Gisborough?
Right in front of, Peter Things, we have signs like where the gas station is, just pointing in the direction of our church. Also, it's
Off of Linden Avenue.
off of
Linden
the
Avenue,
avenue. The signs were taken down.
Yeah, the ones on the county road, they have, we've done the road and stuff like that, sometimes they don't come back out. But, one on the avenue, like, either it faded and probably they took it down, because they couldn't see it. We did any more, whatever the case may be. But it's
Signs,
It's good.
okay, thank you.
yes, they can decide to get back to anyone else?
I just want to take up my 5 minutes.
Oh, sure.
The question about securing the property, right? I don't want to assume, but I guess you wrote that down and follow up. I'm still excited.
Anyone else who's welcome to speak? Speak.
My name's Joe Amadeo, 25 Georgetown Road, Georgetown condominium. Our management company, Action, is refusing, the council president is in charge of the code department, right? Watch over, the town code department, they're not shoveling the snow on the sidewalk. The city is kind enough to put a sidewalk there and crosswalks, and they got the permission from Georgetown to use our property. And the deal was that we would shovel the snow because it's our property. And now they're refusing to do it.
Where's the sidewalk is in front, out on Shoe
Shoe Landing Road. Yeah, like this winter, that bad storm that we had, I watched a mother and her little child, they had to walk out into Shoe Landing Road, eastbound side, because Georgetown condo, JMA, removed the snow, pushed the snow out. They pushed it out in the Shoe Landing Road, onto the, shoulder. They pushed all the snow out into the shoulder. So the people had to walk out into the eastbound side of the road while the cars are coming. And because the sidewalk wasn't shoveled. You know, the city was, did a great job with the sidewalk. And at the time, we had TMJ's management, and they refused to do it. And then it got to a settlement where, yes, we said, okay, yeah, we'll do it. And yeah, so we did it back in 2021, 22, something like that. And then we had another management company, and we did it.
Also, each time a new management company comes in, the fight is all over whether they're gonna do it or not, the sidewalk.
Yeah, I called them up, I said, you know, you have a sidewalk out there, it's not shoveled. It's for the children to walk to school, for their safety. And they're just refused to do it.
Did you happen to call it in when it happened? Because right now it's a little illegal.
Well, I wanted to find out, do you know about this?
If you would have called it in, they would have been cited. Yeah,
I did, well, they are. I just wanted to make sure that you know, yeah.
But if they got cited, they'll be fine.
Yeah, from what I understand, Tyler from the code department is taking them to court.
Okay.
So I just want to know if you were told, about it.
There's a property. It's required by law.
No, it's required by ordinance.
It's unheard of.
That's not a design.
Okay.
Yeah, it was hard grass, we cut it, and then they put sidewalk there, and we should shovel the snow, we're supposed to. It was an agreement, just want to make sure you know that the children were in danger the whole time. I notified the code, Public Works, the county, nobody did, well, Tyler was taking the report, but.
It's a big fine, too.
Yeah, and plus what they did, they shoveled snow out into True Lane Road. And it was extremely dangerous for everybody.
Thank you.
Yes.
Anyone else?
And on to the shelter.
Good evening. My name is Sandra Holmes. I'm the wife, Pastor Holmes, White Baptist Church located on Holland and Maple Avenue. The second storm that we had at the end of February, it took down a tree. It's not on our property, but some of our congregation, they park on the street, but they're not able, the driver is not able to get out of the car because it's a tree stump. I mean, it's a tree. And my husband and one of the other men in the church, they have tried to saw it. And of course, we don't have industrial saws. Just wondering, what can we do about it? It's on wetland, and so I'm assuming it's county property.
If it's on the borough property, I can ask Public Works to come out and maybe just push it. But we're really not allowed to touch anything on that land when it comes to that kind of situation.
Okay.
You can, move things that fall and stuff like that, but you can't, they've got to go back into the area.
Okay, well, that would help.
You got to leave everything alone. I'll have, email the address so I know where exactly what focus. Right, across from my.
Yeah.
Okay.
So on the Holland side or on
The maple side.
The maple side.
Our church.
On the maple side.
Thank you.
Anybody else in the public wish to speak?
Good evening. Virginia Fortune, 1700 Avenue, Lindenwold. I was born and raised in Lindenwold, and there's a Lindenwold Civics Club that, used to be a Lindenwold Civics Club established years ago. Okay, and they had built a clubhouse or put a structure on property. It's right off of Taylor Avenue, and the city made it. And they had a 99-year lease on the property here. And I would like to know, who do I get in touch with to find out exactly what's going on with that property? Because I did hear that it was sold, and I tried to understand how did it get sold when Lindenwold Civics Club had a 99-year lease.
It didn't get sold correctly. It was a tax sale certificate was issued, and they bought the tax sale certificate, so it ended up in foreclosure. The building encroaches on about 15 to 20 feet of another lot, which I think is owned by the borough. So other people have attempted to do things with that, but because the building encroaches on the lot next door, they can't get a title because there's a defect on it. We did some research on the Lindenwold Civic Club. It has been defunct with the state of New Jersey since I think this has been a while, mid to late 90s. They lost their chartership because they haven't paid anything on it. The person that was a registered agent, I think, has been passed now for about 20-something years. There is nobody left from the Lindenwold Civic Club for us to contact. That's why it went back up on the tax rolls, because the purpose of it was no longer a charitable purpose, it's now a taxable property. So that happened some years ago, and because the taxes haven't been paid, it goes up on tax sale.
but it's a problematic property, and that building has been sitting here, as you said, for many, many years. However, there is no Lindenwold Civic Club anymore. They're charged, they didn't register, they were, I think, it was either incorporated somehow. It's been a while since I looked at this. And they didn't pay to keep their charter up with the state of New Jersey. That's been going for, it's got to be close to 40 years at this point. And there's nobody left. So that's what happened with what's been going on.
Are you sure there's
Because
no left?
There's no one left, yes.
As far as the only person that I knew of from that, and I talked to whoever I could at the town, was the registered agent that was on that thing, and I don't remember the person's name. As far as I know, he was deceased.
And when he says no one left, he means that are registered, or as the
Right.
not members,
Right.
people who were responsible.
Right. There's no. I mean, do you know somebody that could answer for the Lindenwold Civic Club and take responsibility? You know the answer?
Well, they were the ones.
I know.
She was the one who was the only.
Yes, Lorraine O'Neill was.
Yes, she was the only agent. She passed away.
Yes, and my mother, Ellen Harrison, was also registered.
Is she?
She passed.
Yeah, this is everybody we were aware of that had anything to do with the club.
So what is going to happen with that building?
Well, the area is in need of redevelopment zone, and it's being looked at as the whole area being redeveloped. So it's been, right now, it's just sitting until we can come up with an idea of what we want to do there, how we're going to do it. Plus, there's 3 houses there as well. So, and we have the school property that's there, and we'll look into, maybe do something back there that we can do something different.
Okay, so can I be notified, or can I follow up with someone specifically to find out how it's advancing?
It's probably going to be a couple of years before this moves in that direction.
Okay, well, thank you.
And might I add?
Yes, sir.
Sister Virginia, and the reason that we were interested in that, was because at some point we would like for our church to do some community outreach, whether it's food bank or educational center, clothing.
You mean to use that building? But it's in tax foreclosure, which in other words, somebody owns it right now.
Well, the people that own it is still the Lindenwold Civic Club. That's who the property is titled to. The problem is, that's what the deed says, but there is no Lindenwold Civic Club anymore. So there's somebody in the process that purchased a tax sale certificate. They'll be foreclosing on it after they wait, what is it, 2 years? 2 years. 2 years. They may foreclose on it, take the property. If they take the property, they want to speak with them, but the difficulty again is that building encroaches on a property next door. So the problem being is that if you were to go out and get a loan on it or something like that, and you're untitled, it may be an issue. You may not be able to get the mortgage because of the fact the building is on the other property. Part of it is.
Thank you. Physically, part of the building, not the land. The building itself.
They built the building on another person's property. Anyone else in the public wishing to speak? Seeing none, close the meeting to the public and entertain a motion.
So, don't forget